Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my live. This is Eileen, and I am in the beautiful panhandle of Idaho. Just gonna wait for a few seconds to have people join me. I am going to today make a really fun project. It's in my mind right now, and so I have a few pieces that I'll show you and where I got things, and we'll get started in just a second. All right, whoop, I got a smudge. So today, go ahead and let me know where you are watching from. If it's live or replay, you can put replay in the comments. And if you are new, if this is the first time that you are watching, welcome. Like I said, I'm Eileen from Jane Nicole Designs. You can follow me on Facebook. I do have an Etsy shop, and I'm on YouTube, and it's just janenicoledesigns.com or Jane Nicole Designs, and you are welcome to join me on my crafting, redesigning journey. It's been super fun to be able to be with you guys and make and create, and I am so thankful for your watching and supporting me in my crafting adventures. So today what we're going to be doing is I went to the Goodwill and I found a glass jar, and first of all I thought I was going to use it for dog treats and put something on there with my dog's name, Dusty, and do something like that. And then I watched Kathy from Funky Junk, and she gave me the great idea of turning it into a snow globe. So thank you, Kathy, for doing that. It's super fun to watch her. She is a beautiful designer with sparkly stuff, and a shout out to her for great information and inspiration. So that's what we're going to do today. So the base and big part of this is going to be my Goodwill find. And then I also found at the dollar store, this is a mirror, and I'm not really going to use it for that purpose. I just thought it was a beautiful base to be able to put on our for our snow globe, and we're going to do a little bit of redesigning and be able to put a little bit of a fun Christmassy scene in it. And then I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this one. We'll see how it goes. It may end up in my Etsy shop, or it may end up on my mantle. So we'll see what happens, but come along with me. I'm gonna get ready. I'm gonna do some painting right off the bat. So I'm gonna make sure that I don't get it on my favorite sweatshirt here. Just to let you guys know, this shirt here that I have, the Merry and Bright, I know it's backwards because I have my phone on mirror, but it is in my Etsy store. And right now until Thanksgiving, if you private message me on the Jane Nicole Designs Facebook page, I will give you a buy two get one free. So this is glittery. You can do it in black or white shirt, and you can do it's sparkly, you can do it regular, there's white, and you can do white shirt on black, vinyl and things like that. So just let me know if that's something that you're looking for, family Christmas pictures and things like that, or you just want to be able to have something sparkly or fun for the holiday. I had one of my customers, Denny, she's like, I got it and I'm wearing it to bed quite a bit. So it was really fun to be able to know where and what you guys are doing for your purchases. So thank you so much. Anyway, let's get started. I'm gonna, first of all, we're gonna paint the base here. And what I'm gonna use is it's Waverly, and I know it's backwards, but this is white, and it is a matte finish acrylic paint. I got it at Michael's, and so go ahead, it comes in multiple sizes and whatnot. I just got a little one because I wasn't sure if I was gonna use it very much or not, so let's see how it goes. Let's make sure I shake it up a little bit. I didn't do that beforehand. And I did take off the top there. So I'm gonna actually put it in. I went went to the Goodwill and I bought these little silver trays, and they were like 99 cents. And so I use that, and the acrylic paint, it dries in there, and then I just peel it out. It's super easy. And the Waverly is almost like a gel. It's not too runny. I really like that. So good morning, Jeff. My husband's on a business trip and he is driving all over the place. And thank you. Thanks for watching. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna paint. This is a chalk paint, and it's gonna go over quite nicely. Do you see how the black there? I won't have to do it too much, but don't worry about the mirror here. I'm just going to put the glass jar over the top, so you don't need to worry about that. But I'm just gonna go ahead and put one coat on this. Get the sides, making sure that it might take a few minutes, but making sure that it is covered. Like I said, make sure, let me know where you are by commenting below. If this is a first time, put in there, "Ooh, I'm a newbie." I love that word, newbie. If you've never seen me before, let me know. I'd love to see where you are at and what you are doing on your crafting journey. There we go. See how that's going? It's going super nice. I might end up having to go back a little bit and just for time's sake, but it covers really nice with just this one coat. And I'm actually putting it on quite generously because our next step, I'll show you what we're gonna do with it, and I would like the paint to be a little bit wet. There we go. Like I said, we're just gonna generously put it in each of the little spots. I know the dollar store has quite a bit of these, and they're all different shapes and sizes, and I think it's a really, I mean, for $1 to be able to put this on there, I think it's a really good base. It's quite large. It's almost 7 inches across, and so this would be a really good place to start. All right, I'm just gonna put it down, and I recommend if you have any painting to do that you use a trivet, be able to move things around. And you can clean it off each time, or you can let it get busy with all the painting extras. But I thought, oh, I didn't need this, but I do. And I just got it at Big Lots for, I think it was like $5 or something like that. So pretty easy to find. And it does have a coating on the top, so I can, if I want to, wash it off. Okay, so after I did that, I'm going to just do one big coat over the top, because I will, in just a second, show you how to use this as a dual purpose paint and glue at the same time. Okay, so I think I got most of it. There's a few, let me make sure. I really don't want any of that black showing. Good morning, how are you? It's good to see people are up at 10. I know I am a, well, lately I have not, but I'm usually one that likes to sleep in quite a bit. But here in Idaho, it is bright and sunny this morning, and I woke up at 6 or so, and surprisingly I was awake. So I enjoyed the sunshine, had a cup of coffee sitting on my lounge in the front room, trying to think of what I wanted to do today, and then, like I said, I'm off. All right, after I've done that, well, that's just, it's not drying completely, but I went to Michael's, oh no, this is Walmart, and I got these little spindles, and I'm gonna put it on the top of my globe. So I am just gonna put a little paint on it. Make sure that it's completely covered. I'll lay it down here and do a little dab. There we go. All right, and it looks like I am done painting. And even if you don't have little ones, we in our house we buy cases and cases of baby wipes. So that is not for just kids, it is for crafting. And like I said, I go to Costco and buy them by the case, and it's pretty good. Okay, all right. So what I'm going to do is, let me get this off to the side. I'm going to set up the sparkle part of our project. And in the scrapbooking and stamping world, it is called Prisma glitter. I know you can get, at Michael's it's called diamond dust. And we are gonna sparkle this up real quick. So I'm just gonna take what I painted, just scoot it off on the side. Get my space. So when I do Prisma glitter or diamond dust, I make sure that I have a piece of paper or something underneath, because a little goes a long way with the Prisma or the glitter here. I just got this at Walmart. And I'm actually going to, I'm just going to use it on the 3 little holes here, and I'm just going to sprinkle. And what this is going to do is the paint is going to be the adhesive, and I like that. Then I don't have to do Mod Podge or 2-3 step process. I'm just going to sprinkle it over the top pretty generously. I like sparkly things. And I'm also going to take the little finial for the top. We'll just move it around a little bit. I could roll it a little bit in there. There we go. And I'll pick it up in just a second. The cool thing is when you sprinkle it on, it kind of puts that little barrier on there so that you can touch it a little bit and it's not going to come off. So, all right, look. Isn't that beautiful? I'm going to tap it off a little bit. And then there you go. I don't know if you can see it, but we're just going to let this sit off on the side. And we're going to let this dry a little bit. And then we're going to work on the snow globe. And like I said, I always keep an extra little piece of paper around. So I will put that back in my stash of glitter and make sure that, like I said, less is best sometimes, but in Prisma glitter, there is no limit to that. And the funny thing is every time I use glitter in that way, I always have something right here on my lip or something. There's always a sparkly, and then my family comes down. My office is in a basement, and oh, good morning, Joy. My office is in the basement, so my family comes down and watches TV and whatnot, and then they get pieces of glitter all over them. So it's my little sparkle everywhere. So. Okay, so like I said, this is our jar. We're going to use it and flip it upside down, and we're going to put it to a snow globe use. So let's do that. I'm just going to let it, the jar part sit off to the side, and we are going to work on just the top. And this is what's actually going to be flipped upside down and put on the little tray over here. So I'm going to work on that first. And what I did is I went to the dollar store and I just got one of these, and they're a little bit crunchy. So some of the things that you're going to be putting in it might be a little difficult. So I do recommend that you use hot glue and things like that when putting things in here, because sometimes I put things in and it moves around and it keeps that hole there, and then sometimes it falls out. So make sure that when you're using this type of block, that you use hot glue when you're doing it. So what I did is I just put it down to about 1 inch by, this is about 2.5 inches wide. And I just wanted to show you, this is how I did it. I used my, my scissors, and I'm sorry it's crunchy, but that's all it takes. And I just went around and made sure that the piece will stick in right there in my top. So go ahead and discard your extra. And then for this here, I thought it was super fun. I just got some stuffing or batting that you would put in a project or lay, like when you do a village for Christmas or something like that. So I just pulled out a piece. I had this on a Christmas tree last year and I found it in my closet and I was like, perfect. So I ripped off a couple pieces out of that, and then it was actually flat. And my kitty, while we were starting the live, just decided to make it not flat. So I'm just gonna push it back in there, and I'm gonna put it over the top. So we're gonna do a little bit of gluing and just make sure that it's pretty flat so that when you put your thing that you want to put in the middle, that it sits pretty flat. And we're gonna be putting this on the top here. So just make sure that your piece of floral is small enough so that you can put it inside the little cup. So like I said, we're just gonna push down. I recommend, this is my glue gun. It is from Gorilla. I got it at Walmart. And my first one was not a dual temp. This is a dual temp, so I can put it on low and not hurt myself. I highly recommend that, because a lot of the times we just are too impatient. If you are that way and you're using material that you are not wanting to get burnt, I use skewers from barbecue, or you can use popsicle sticks, things like that. When I got back into crafting, the very first project I did, I put my fingers right in it. I burned myself so bad that I stopped and said, you know what? I think I might have to rethink this idea. And then I went and got this dual temperature glue gun, and now I'm off. So there we go. Okay, so this is what, just go ahead and put a little bit of fluffy on there. I could see this when you are doing, you know, I could see you doing felt if you wanted to, whatever you have on hand. That's what I like to recycle, what I already have used and things like that. So, but we are gonna go ahead right away, and I'm gonna load this up with some glue here. And I did it backwards, but we're just gonna do a tiny bit. This is E6000. I know it's kind of, I've used it quite a bit. And I'm just gonna put some E6000 on it so it stays. And put the glue right on top. And what the glue gun does is it fastens it right away. And the E6000 is when, you know, in the long run, it's gonna stay. Let's make sure that my kitty decides not to play in the Prismaglue, because last time I used it, she did. And my daughter came home and was like, what happened to my kitty? So anyway, Oakland likes to make sure that she is a part of the action, and sometimes she gets a little bit too sparkly. So comment below if you see her and she's doing things and I'm doing mine, and we'll see if we can make sure that she doesn't get too sparkly. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. And for me, I just chose, I have a couple little sprigs of a tree. I had a little miniature tree that was on my table last year, and I decided, you know, I don't want to use it. I'm going to use something different in that same spot. And so I just plucked a few of the branches off. Oh, here she comes again. Let's see if we can do this. And I just am going to wind this up. And then, like I said, oh, no, looks like I'm going to cut it. I want it a little bit shorter. She is a persistent one. Okay, so here's my piece. I'm going to load it up with some glue just to make sure that it stays there. Like I said, we want to push down, make sure that it stands in there. And if it's not going in, go ahead and use your poker. Push it in there. There we go. And I'm going to hold it there for just a minute because I want to make sure that it doesn't fall over. That would be a tragedy after I put this together and then it fell down. So we want to make sure that it is secure. You can also use your scissors. Just go ahead and poke in that little spot because the fibers from the mat sometimes will make sure that you want to make sure that it stays down. Okay, it's coming together beautifully. And we'll hold it there just for a few. There we go. So we're starting off there. And then this right here, I'm going to put my little gnome. He's so cute. I got him at Walmart. And he was a tree hanger, but I'm going to use him in a different capacity because I wanted to have a little snow scene. And this year, my house, I'm going to be doing black, white, and gold. So I thought this was a perfect, oh, my tree fell down. Let's do this. We are going to go ahead and we're going to glue it there. So everybody's going to stay in place. There. And the big thing is you just kind of got to wait. That's the big thing. There we go. We'll take him, put this on the side. Let's get some more glue in there. There we go. It might take a little bit of finagling to see. I'm doing it backwards, so I want to make sure that you guys can see it. There we go. And I could see if you could find like a little chipmunk or another little tree, a cute little bird, a mailbox. It's kind of just your creativity is what's going to do in the project. So think outside the box. Think of a snowy scene. You could even, I would think it would be really cute to do elf, and maybe if Mr. Norwal is in there, or you know, kind of that kind of thing. So let's make sure that it's in the spot that I want. There we go. Okay, so now what we're going to do, let this sit for just a minute. We're going to put that off to the side and let him make sure that that glue sets up well. And if you are doing a project and you're like, man, all the glue things, the little strings and things like that, I hit it with a hair dryer, and it takes those little things and it shrinks it down. And that's a really good, if you have multiple things that you're going to be gluing onto a project, that's a really good tip and trick to be able to not have to worry about those strings flying everywhere. So we'll do that. I will do that actually. Okay, so here is our glass. I brought this home, and I did put it through the dishwasher because it was kind of icky, but I made sure that I got all the adhesive off from the tag and whatnot, and I thought it would be really fun. I'm gonna put little snowflakes on it, and I just went to my Cricut and I found a couple snowflakes. And this is premium vinyl, and I just cut them out on the Cricut. And then I was just showing you that this is the transfer tape. You can use anything you'd like that has a clear backing, whether it's counter adhesive, anything like that, the ones that you use for lining your drawers and whatnot in your kitchen. But this is from Cricut. It is quite sticky, so I recommend if you use this and you have something that's small, that you put it on a towel or something like that, just to make sure that it's not super sticky. But what I did is I cut it out, and then I weeded around the snowflake, and then I'm just showing you here, I have the backing on here. I'm just gonna peel that up, and then it's ready to go. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna transfer it here. If you need to, you can use a scraper tool or any type of pick, but it's pretty small, so I'm just going to be able to put it down just like this with my finger. And I use my fingernail a little bit and then peel it up, and then just see how I just put it down super easy. I like to do threes when I do some type of an accessory background like this. It is more pleasing to the eye to do it that way. And make sure that I get every little piece here. There you go. And it's just kind of a little conversation eye catcher. Not too busy. You could, if you want to, put a saying across the top there or in the middle, and I think that would be great. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take our little finial that we had, and it's quite sparkly. I don't know if you can see it, but it is ready to go. I am going to put it on the top, and once I put it on the top, we're going to fasten it with the E6000, and then I'm going to put a little bit of glue on it so it stays, and then it'll be permanent. And I just glob a piece, get a bead in there, and then just put it around the outside. There we go. This glue is quite smelly, so I would make sure that when you use it that you have a window open. There we go. There's a piece that got stuck on the top. But it is quite, it's a little runny, but not too bad. So I'm just going to put a little bit on there, and then I'm going to take my hot glue, and then I want to make sure, this is my front. You guys are looking at the front. I'm going to put it right on the top. There we go. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is, this is the fun part. We are going to fill it. These are just little foam beads, and I thought, you know what? I'd love to be able to make it more like a snow globe and do it that way. So now once that we put this finial on though, we've kind of got to make sure that we don't flip it upside down and break the finial off. So I'm just gonna put it on its side. And then I'm going to load these in here. And I'm going to actually do quite a bit because my piece of foam is about 1 inch tall. And I want to make sure that it goes around the image, or my little centerpiece there. See if I can get some of these back in here. If not, they're gonna go on the floor and my kitty's gonna eat them. So I might have to off to the side. It looks like she's gone. Yep, looks like she decided to go and take her mid-morning nap. All right, so I've got my snow in there. I'm just gonna lay it on its side. We'll get the extra. Let's see if I can get this all back in here. There we go. So if you're joining me, go ahead and let me know where you're watching from, if it's live or it's a replay. Love to find out if you have any ideas for me to do another one. What would you put in this snow globe? And how would you sparkle it up? All right. All right, for right now, that looks good. I think we've got most of them back in there. Let's see if we can get them unstuck from my hand. There we go. Okay. So, the moment of truth. I want to make sure that my image little scene here is okay, and it looks like it is. So I'm going to take it, I'm going to squish it in there. All right. Here we go. And I'm just going to give it a twist. Make sure that oh, how fun. I love it. So I'm making sure where my gnome is, You can see it in there. He's having a good time with the little snow. I'll move it around so that you guys can see there. Isn't that so cute? I am absolutely loving it. See how his hat's a little bit bent and the trees are kind of coming up, giving it a little bit more of a dimension instead of just you know, all the way just all by himself. So what I thought about doing for this is, because it has this rim around it and I want to set it on my sparkly platform, I wanted to make sure that I just did a little bit of bling for a second. Let me shoot this with a hairdryer really quick. I just want to make sure that I don't get white on my my globe, so hold on. Okay, thank you for putting up with the noise. But like I said, this is just a mirror that I got from the dollar store. I painted it with the white chalk paint. And then, oh, thank you, Joy. I think it's going to be a great, great stand for this. Okay, so now I want to make sure that I can get this and not have it fall off in the middle of using it. So I'm going to take, and it'll look kind of a little bit odd, but I'm going to take the E6000, which I say it bonds. I've used it on wood. I have used it on, I actually used it, I think I told you last live, but I used it to put linoleum on the back kick plate of my, my stairs. So, and it did wonderful. I've had it there for a week or so and nothing has come off. I'm so excited. So anyway, go ahead. Let's see if I can do this with, so you can see it. But I'm just gonna put a bead around. And that's gonna hold it in. If I wanted to change this, because I'm making it this way, I would be able to twist this globe off and be able to use it again. So don't worry about that. If you want to not to ever take this apart, that's okay. But I think I'm a person that likes to redesign a lot. So I'm just making it so that I can actually take it apart. So make sure that it's straight. Doesn't matter if it's straight on the thing. It doesn't really have a front and a back. But isn't that so adorable? You know how visions happen and you're like, okay, I think I have this idea and maybe I know where I want to go, and this pathway is awesome. I love it. Okay, so a few more things that we're gonna finish it up and make it look a little bit more sparkly and fun. I have this right here. This is a, whoops, wrong one. I think it's this. Yep, it's this one. I pre-cut this. This is the buffalo check. You could fold it in half if you wanted to and then put it around. You're welcome to do that. What do you think? Should we do it all the way and kind of have it a little bit ruffly? I'm not sure. Well, let's wait for a few seconds and see what happens. I'm thinking I like it a little bit more uniform, and I'm gonna fold it in half. I'm gonna put a little bit of glue just to make sure that it stays that way. There we go. I love that low setting on my glue gun. If I had it on high, I'd be burning myself, and I'm thankful I got that. Okay, so just like that, I'm just gonna fold it in half. Do the end. And this is one of those pieces where I did a bow for a gift, and this was the extra, and I never ever throw things like this away. I always can see if I can repurpose in some way. All right, so that's what it looks like. I'm gonna put the white up on top, and in the back I will just put a little bit of glue attach it to the back. I know you can't see this, but I think you guys get the idea. And there we go. I will put a little bit on there. Make sure that it is all the way down. And then go ahead and just hold it there for just a moment. There. I want to make sure that it's down. And because it's the glue gun on plastic, if you pull pretty hard, you can actually get it to come off. And that's what I say, if you want to redesign it and take that off, he would be just cute in with a red bow or poinsettias or something like that that's on there. So, oh, it's looking so wonderful. Okay, so now I'm going to see what I want for a bow. And I kind of already cut this just for time's sake. I'm going to move my project here a little bit. Sometimes it's super hard to make bows and things like that. And my mom taught me, you know, the one where you pull and then this and the, you know, that kind of thing. And sometimes it gets a pretty big. And so I was watching on one of the channels, one of the gals, she's like, okay, just take a piece. This is about 18 to 20 inches long. And all I did was crisscross down. So let me do it so you guys can see it. So like that. And then just go ahead and draw it up. And then you can adjust the bow. I think I want a little bit more of the tail hanging down. And then I decided, well, maybe I want a double tail. So let's see how that is. I love that. I think that's great. Or I can do that and just make a simple bow. And then I'm gonna cut this. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go on a bunny trail. I'm gonna change my mind. I'm gonna make it smaller. And I'm actually going to just wrap that around and finish it off. I think that's super cute. So I'll wrap it around a couple times. Make sure that the end is not in the front. So I will trim this off. I will run a couple beads here, a little along the way. I put a generous amount, so I'm going to use my little skewer to make sure that I don't burn myself. Hold it there for just a second or two. There we go. And then I'm going to fluff. Isn't that so fun? I love it. Hi, Amanda. I hope you got your book. It should be there, I think, today or tomorrow. So good to see ya. Hi, Tisha. It's good to see you too. All right. So I'm going to put it right there. Let's put this up on my little pedestal. So we can see what we're doing, and I will do the last bit here. So like I said, this was a little jar. So you gals, some of you gals just came on. It was a jar, and this was a mirror from the dollar store. I painted it white, flipped it upside down, put a finial on the top. And it is my, I don't know, we'll see. It might be in my store, it might be on my mantle. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put that bow right there. If you want to, in the comments, let me know what you would do to finish even more. Would you put more greenery on it? Here is, I thought, oh, this would be so cute just to put a butterfly on the top for just a little bit of red. But my theme is actually, gonna be not red, it's gonna be gold. So I thought, well, I'll show you gals and see if that's something that sparks your interest. But if you decide from this video or the Facebook Live to be able to make one of these, I would love it if you would put a picture in the comments and let me know how and where you got your supplies. I think it's great to share ideas and to help each other out like that. I think inspiring people like that is a gift that comes back tenfold. Okay, so let's make sure, here's my front. There we go. I want to make sure that it goes right in the front. I see you could put it off on the side or you could do whatever, but I think it is perfect. Just right like in the front. Okay, so there you have it. Let me see what you can do with a jar and a mirror, and I would love to find out what you're up to in your crafting world. If you've been inspired by this, go ahead and share it. Hey, Amanda, so this t-shirt here, it is in my Etsy shop. It is Merry and Bright. You can do it in sparkle, you can do it in gold or black and white. If you private message me up until Thanksgiving, I will do a buy two get one free. So make sure, and I'll do a private sale with you because my Etsy store, they're only buying one at a time. So if you're watching and it's before Thanksgiving and you want to get one of these, I totally want to do it for a family photo or you know, by the Christmas tree, things like that. And you can check out, I have a bunch of long short sleeve shirts. You can make them into sweatshirts. So let me know. I would love to be able to connect with you, and thank you for doing that. So like I said, go ahead and drop in the comments if you're watching for the very first time, or if it's your 10th time. I'm totally cool with that. Let me know where you're from, and like I said, let me know if there's something that you would like to add to this, or it inspires you and you decide, hey, I want to post a picture. I would love to be able to see what you guys are up to as well. So like I said, Eileen here. This is J. Nicole Designs. You can follow me on Facebook. You can follow me on Instagram. I have an Etsy shop at jnicoledesigns.com. It'll take you right there. And thank you so much for watching this redesign, and I will see you next Wednesday at 10 a.m. Have a great day.